Hey guys, it's Jason here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Welcome back to the bench. Today is something that I probably should have done, or just overall guys wanted to do over a year ago. So I've had my Kraton 6S EXB RTR now for over a year. They've already released the version 2. Probably the version 3 of this is on its way. But unfortunately, this truck, to put it bluntly, guys, sucked. It actually is one of the worst bashers I've ever had. And anybody that watches the channel, you know I pretty much drive everything the same to sort of start with. What I mean by that is I go out with a truck, I start running it, you know, I start hitting the ramp, I speed up a little bit, keep going, and I sort of find where the truck faults. Now this thing should have been at the top of the list for awesomeness. It should have been crazy. It should have been so much fun. It should have taken the abuse, but unfortunately it didn't. And to kind of paint a picture, guys, for how this truck is. Now, we all know, if you've been watching any of the videos, I cannot keep rear arms on this truck. Whether it's the arm or the hinge pin, whether the arm breaks and then the hinge pin bends, or the hinge pin bends and then the arm breaks, I don't know. But I cannot. And I actually, guys, just saw another video. I can't think of the guy's name right now. He just posted it in the last few days where he had done some work on his version of the Kraton, this one here, and he had the same problem. He broke the exact same part. So when you start to see that, you kind of can tell yourself, okay, it's not just me. It's not just my driving. There is a flaw. Now, rewinding guys back to when I said to kind of paint you a picture, MT8 takes a lot more abuse than the Kraton does. The MT10, which we finally broke, we bent the motor mount and a couple other things, has taken more abuse than that Kraton has. The Kagamas destroy it. The Big Rock 223S, guys, now that it has a functioning ESC, takes more abuse than the Kraton 6S EXB does. Sledge, that's fully built, it does. SSTE, it probably does. Yeah, I don't know about the e-revo. Don't know about the Hibeos. On a totally guys side note, Spark, rebuilt, back running. Let me know what you guys think. Purple or blue? The stickers that came with this are the green ones. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the purple, sort of a Joker kind of thing going on. I don't know. But either way, let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, Spark coming soon. Can't wait. Finally got this thing rebuilt. But what I'm coming over here. Oh, and by the way, guys, Fire Team rebuilt. There may already be a video on this. I'm not sure at the time that you guys are watching this, but we've done that. We now have the Vitavon red 7075 chassis on it. Waiting for a couple other parts for it, but it is running. But going back, guys, to the Kraton, the Jado 4x4 VXL 4S, the, you know, redheaded stepchild of the buggy world. Even Traxxas diehard fanboys will bitch this thing to death. If you haven't watched the last video, guys, I will leave a link in the description. I'll leave a link at the end of this video. You're going to see what you can do with this buggy. And that's with my awful driving. Is it perfect? No. I've broken arm. I've bent a shock shaft. We've had a couple of little minor things. But watch that video to see what a plastic tub / 4x4-ish buggy can do. Because this, guys, has taken more abuse than the Kraton 6S has. Again, EXB RTR. My original Kraton 6S EXB, the roller, guys, was a tank. My Kraton V4s, I had a couple of them. They were tanks. This truck just is plagued with an issue in the rear. Now, I have seen where people have popped their dog bones. They wrecked their outdrives. My Big Rock 6S, guys, was like that. It was an awful truck. I haven't had that problem with this Kraton. I think, as far as I know, guys, I can't remember right now. I've had no issues. I've checked the shocks. I, you know, compressed them all the way. I look at the dog bone. I look at the outdrive, and there's still quite a bit sitting in there. So overall, guys, that part of the truck has been fine. I just can't keep rear arms in it. Now, after saying all that, you're probably like, well, why is he doing a chassis install? Because I've had this Scorched RC titanium chassis now, guys, for over a year. When I bought this truck, the plan, guys, I had for it was going to be the best of my bashers, meaning I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, guys. We've got those KC RC shock towers on it, the KC RC braces, the Scorched RC titanium turnbuckles, just some really nice parts. And again, guys, my plan was this was supposed to be the awesome truck. This was going to be the one that I was going to push. Yes, guys, the Kagama, at the time I had the RTR Kagama, and it's a tank, but I still, guys, just thought, hey, this is going to be that be all end all of trucks. And it's just not. It drives awesome, guys. It handles great. The stock system is awesome. It performs wicked, but it just breaks all the time. So after all that, what's going on here today? We're installing the titanium chassis, guys. It has literally been hanging right there for over a year. And this is something that, do you need? No. If you've bent your chassis, go pick up a Vidavon 7075, 4mm thick, not super heavy, very durable, great quality. It's the way to go. I've got it on my fire team. I've got it on my sledge. Awesome. This, guys, was more of a luxury-ish chassis, meaning, you know, because I thought this was going to be such an awesome truck, I thought I'm going to put the craziest chassis I can put on it. Titanium is twice as strong, almost, guys, twice as strong as 7075, almost 3 times as strong as a 6061. Did I need that? No, but it looks so freaking cool, guys. It's titanium. It's got a wicked color. I just thought, hey, let's do it. Now, weight-wise, because everybody always asks that, and I had the scale out. I guess I could have put it back for this, but to give you guys an idea, 1.46 pounds. And if I grab this is an MX28 with the aluminum hex. That right there, guys, basically weighs the same. I think that came in at 1.47 with the tire. This was obviously, guys, the chassis is under a pound. So there is a little bit of weight to it, but when it comes, guys, to this Kraton, this truck, you know, I replaced the 7075 EXB towers with the KC RC 7075 towers. I don't even remember what these were, if they were plastic or aluminum originally on the truck. Titanium turnbuckles, maybe have added, you know, a little bit of weight, but nothing crazy. There's nothing besides, guys, from this chassis going on, and then the size of the batteries I run, because I always like to run the bigger 6S batteries, which, by the way, guys, this is kind of my new favorite pack. Probably getting some good glare going on here, but it is the Gens Ace 6S 5600 milliamp pack, 80C discharge rate. This right here, guys, and it's friggin' awesome, fits in the Spark. I love it, guys. I've been running 4,000 milliamp packs in my buggies now for a couple of years because I never had a battery that would fit underneath the body. Now, the Spark is awesome in the sense that it does have a bit of a bigger body going on, so it will take some batteries. I've actually never even tried the 6800 milliamp. I don't think it will. I don't think it's that high, but it does fit that 5600 milliamp pack, which I'm so friggin' excited. I swapped it over to the QS8. Once I put it in and I realized it was gonna fit, I was like, dang, this is awesome. But anyways, as you can see, the truck's already been torn apart. I really had not, I didn't plan, guys, on making a video for this. I just more wanted to get it done one night. I came down and I literally, guys, just took my driver and just started taking all the screws out. I loosened off, obviously, guys, all the ones that go into metal, and then, you know, just go nuts with the driver on anything that's going into plastic. However, I do got to show you guys this one screw. This was in, if I can pick it up, this was in the servo, where did it, here, like one of these guys right there. And I'm pretty good, guys, with taking out screws. I do my best. I've got MIP drivers. Hopefully you guys can see that. I destroyed it. I wonder what we're getting delivered right now. I destroyed it, guys. I took heat. I did everything, guys, you can think of to this thing. I don't even know, guys. I can see my fingers. I don't know if the screw's coming in, but it took forever. And it actually, guys, as it started chipping apart, even after heat, what I ended up having to do was take a flathead screwdriver and a hammer and kind of nick it on a slant to kind of free it. And then I was able to start kind of maneuvering it and actually spin this thing right out. But anyways, yeah, that was not fun. That was actually, so far, guys, the worst part of all this. But we are now going to get this thing back together. I just thought I would take a couple of minutes right now, by that I mean almost 10, going over everything, getting sidetracked with the spark and everything else. But we are putting this truck back together. Now, what differs from before, besides from the titanium Scorched RC chassis, is this right here. Now, I am not a huge M2C fanboy. I'm not one of those guys that buy, you know, those full beefaroni kits and stuff like that. But I have to give credit where credit is due. M2C does usually, guys, build the parts that are needed for these trucks. Meaning if something is weak from the factory, you pick up one of their parts and it should fix the issue. Now, M2C are machinists. They're not engineers. They're not designers. You would think that Arrma with this truck could have done a better job. But either way, we're going to rely on M2C to hopefully fix the issue in the rear. If that doesn't, if we continue to break arms, if we bend their hinge pins, I don't know what to do with this truck anymore, because I feel like, oh, you know what? Let's go there. We're going to take, guys, a few more minutes and just kind of cover this one thing. I would bet every single person watching this video who has, let's say, more than 7 or 8 trucks, you know, basher trucks, for example, you can walk around your room, look around at all the different trucks you own, and you can sort of say, yep, these are the trucks I drive this way. These are the trucks I drive this way. And what I mean is, how hard do you push them? So, for example, when I go out and if I'm driving this ledge, I push it as hard as my driving will let me. My skills will let me. The Notorious, same thing. I will drive this, guys, as best as my skills will let me. I will hit the ramp as fast as I can, as hard as I can. The Kagamas, same thing. I can go out and push and drive and try to hit that ramp as fast as I can. Big Rock 223S, now that it's got a functioning ESC, same thing. Now, when it comes to, let's say, my HPIs, my Savage X, my, hopefully I'm not making you guys sick, my Savage XL, I drive them different. I love them, guys. They are great looking trucks, but I can't drive them the same way I would drive Big Rock 223S, the Kagamas, the Sledge, whatever. This is also one of those trucks. When I've been out with it, guys, the last few times, I am trying to be careful. And I kind of start off slow, and then I'm like, okay, it's going to work this time. And I start pushing it, and then we break the rear end. Hopefully you guys kind of understand that. Because again, I think everybody can look at their collection and know which ones they can really, really push, which ones they drive as hard as they can, and the other ones that are just fun to drive. I love, guys, my Savages. I love the way they look. I love the colors of the body, but they're not bashers, because I've landed these things 95% correctly and they still break. So, and don't get me wrong, guys, I've had some interesting landings with the Kraton, but I've had worse landings with other trucks and they survive. So after almost 15 minutes of rambling on, guys, we are going to get this truck back together. As always, guys, I'll, you know, throw in a couple of install type parts of the video, show you guys where I'm at, but I don't do the whole slow-mo or fast mode, whatever the heck it's called. I don't do any of that. I just want to get this truck built, get it back together, and enjoy it this weekend. So what I've done is I opened up, guys, the M2C kit, and I kind of laid it out the way I think it's going to work. I did quickly kind of go online and search up some videos. Some of the ones I came across were old kits. There was a few differences in the parts. So what I did, again, guys, was I just kind of laid it out the way I think it's going to go. According to this right there, they want you to use red Loctite on the flat nuts. So these ones, guys, are the lock nuts. These are just flat nuts. My guess is the red Loctite, guys, is more of a, you know, set it, forget it type thing. So what I'm thinking they want you to do is route everything through, get your red Loctite on here so that that's never coming apart. So that from the back of the truck, if you need to access stuff, you can just remove the lock nuts, pull things apart as you need to. If you broke an arm, you have to replace it, do all that. But this itself never really gets accessed unless you do something really, really bad. So either way, I think this is right. It's kind of nice, guys. They do give you an extra hinge pin and the little kind of whatever this is, the little insert that goes into the blocks. It's always kind of nice. Sometimes you get kits where it's literally missing parts, so it's nice that they actually give you a few more. But either way, I'm going to get this thing together. All right, now that I've got it together, there's a few things, guys, I want to show you kind of how I did it, because I did have a few issues. So you've got your blocks, and then you have your hinge pins. I built it from, this is obviously, guys, going towards the front of the truck that way. I built it this way. So I did the front block. I did the nuts like I was talking about, guys, with the red Loctite. I tightened these nuts down, and then I kind of placed it in here. Once I started installing the rear, the D block, I noticed that I didn't have a lot of thread right here. So these lock nuts weren't even making it into the lock part of the nut. So basically what I had to do was back off these nuts, and I kind of played with that for a bit. I wonder how many times I'm going to say nuts during this. Back this off. I tried a bunch of things, they weren't working. So what I ended up doing was put these on, removed these nuts altogether, and I actually, guys, used a pair of shock shaft pliers. So I had grabbed the hinge pin like this, held on to it, tightened in the lock nuts, which, by the way, guys, I also put some blue Loctite on, tightened those in. You can kind of get, see if I can do a good job of showing you guys here. You can sort of see it's in there pretty good. I don't know if it's focusing right now, but it's in there pretty good. Get that all the way in, and then start putting these nuts on. Now, these are the ones that have the red Loctite. And just, you got to use kind of like 2 drivers. Again, these have to be really cranked down hard, because they're the ones that are now holding on to the pins, and then get these ones in. Overall, guys, I have kind of the same amount of thread hanging out of both ends. I think I did a pretty good job. It's in there pretty tight. It's secure. So again, takes, it's almost like these could have been longer. Like this could have been longer, or a longer shaft, so that the thread, again, you could thread this nut all the way down, crank that down, and then put them through, and then, you know, tighten down your lock nuts. But either way, guys, I think I've got it good. I don't see any issues with it. We are now going, oh, and we had to replace the arm. By the way, you can see this one here is nice and shiny. We replaced that as well. I do have the RPM arms. I have the red ones for it, and then actually I have the black guards as well. We're going to try the stock arms for this. We're going to see, guys, how this setup holds up and how the truck holds up. I don't think that by switching to the RPM arms, if these break again, is going to be the answer. They're going to be red. They're going to look cool. But these Arrma arms, you know, the newer Traxxas HD arms, they, in my opinion, guys, I actually think are almost better than some of the RPM arms. So these hopefully will do the job. But either way, guys, I'm getting excited because it's Friday, it's lunchtime, I'm on my lunch break, and I just want to get this truck together so that when the weekend comes, we can head out. Because I've got a good weekend, guys, ahead of me. If you, at the beginning of the video, I was going around, we've got the Spark, it's going to be coming out. The fire team has already been out, but that run didn't go well. I broke a front, the rod end on the turnbuckle. So I fixed that with the EXB turnbuckles that I had. If I can get you guys in here to see, down in here, from the Kraton, because I've got the Scorched RC titanium ones. So that'll probably come back out, and I'll just add that to the original video so that hopefully that'll end up being a better video than what it is right now. But yeah, guys, either way, I'm going to keep going. All right, guys, after about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, we've got the truck back together. Kraton 6S EXB RTR. Technically, guys, this is the version 1 because now they have the EXB RTR version 2. I've often referred to this as the EXB version 2 because the original EXB was the roller. The EXB 2 is the RTR, whatever. Super, super pumped, guys. I've been walking around giddy for about the last 10 minutes, just looking at the truck, cleaning it up still a little bit, kind of going at it with a couple of Cow RC wipes just to try to get it as good looking and as shiny as I possibly can here. We've done, I'm going to kind of do, guys, a bit of a recap if you happen to miss parts, if you skip through parts of the video. Biggest things in this rebuild, this upgrade, was the Scorched RC titanium chassis and the M2C rear hinge pins and carriers. C&D blocks. Guys, I am like really hoping that this fixes the problem. Taking a basher out that doesn't bash is not fun. I am hoping that this fixes the issue because if it doesn't, I don't really know what to do with this truck. What do you do with a basher that can't bash? That's where I've been at, guys, because I've got other trucks that I would rather drive. If I'm going to go out and just putt around and not be doing the big, you know, high flying stunts and the big jumps, I'm going to be driving the Savage X. I'm going to be driving the Savage XL. Heck, guys, I've got other trucks. So this has to perform. This has to be a basher. And we're going to find out, guys, in the run, which is not in this video, how it performs. So first off, let me know in the comments what you think of the build. Let me know if you think that these are going to fix the issue. This is the kit that allows you to use a fire team or the Mojave bumper, which I don't have. I actually have the front one, but I don't have the rear one. And then some of the holes don't seem to be adding or matching up. So unfortunately, guys, we'll be running it this way. Yeah, let me know, guys, what you think. My fingers are crossed, guys, that this thing runs. I was able to do one thing here, guys, that I'm kind of happy about. So I like the Arrma heat sinks, the ones that come on like most of their stock trucks now, because they wrap around and they stay pretty good. They stay very secure, but I don't like the little itty bitty fans. So I went through all my parts, all my KC-RC parts, and I was able to find something that worked. What we have going on here is the KC-RC fan, KC-RC top plate, but this part, guys, right here, now I should have probably shown you this without the fan on. This part here is made for the 4S Firma ESC. I guess it could also be a Max 10. And how it works is, if you look over here on this ESC, now I understand, guys, this is a Firma 150, but he makes these plates for multiple ESCs. What you do is you actually remove these 4 screws. This plastic piece right here comes off. This then has 4 holes inside here. So obviously there's the 4 screws, guys, right here to mount the fan, but then there's 4 other screws that then screw into this. By putting that in, it allows you then to put a fan on. And this actually, guys, this piece right here came off of my Kraton 4S. When I sold it, I had stripped these parts off of it. What's nice is this mount, those holes, the ones that would have mounted onto the ESC, have the same pattern as the heatsink, the screws going this way. So I was able to put 2 screws in, mount this into this heatsink, and then put this gigantic fan, guys, on top. I am running a 15-tooth pinion, and the last time I ran it, guys, without a fan, she got hot. So this is definitely going to help. This just plugs into the 6S balance port on the battery. Yeah, you're going to be taking some of the drain, guys, from your battery, but heck, we'd rather have our truck stay somewhat cool than having it overheat. And with some of the concoctions, guys, lately I've had, and the things that I've built on this channel, and the overheating and a couple of motors I've burnt out, I am happy to get a nice big fan on here. And the body, guys, sits perfect. Everything is good to go, so we don't have any problems there. So that is it, guys. The Kraton 6S EXB RTR version 1 rebuild. This truck has been sitting in limbo since around the beginning of spring, or maybe the middle of spring, guys, when I took it out, broke it again, and then it's just sat. The chassis, guys, like I mentioned, has been sitting around, I think, for over a year. The M2C parts, maybe only a few months. I think I ordered those right after I broke it this year, so that's not as bad. But once again, guys, I am pumped. Kraton 6S EXB RTR version 1, rebuilt, good to go. Team Corelli, Spark, rebuilt, good to go. Arrma Fire Team, rebuilt, good to go. Broken, and some other broken cars, guys. But we at least got some of them fixed, because again, guys, I've driven this once this year. I haven't driven the Spark and I haven't driven the Fire Team. So I am pumped to get these trucks out, guys, and give them a run. So guys, that's it. That's all. As always, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, please subscribe, and have a fantastic day. That was